Welcome to Collaborative Growth Coaching Podcast. Hi, I'm Christine Baylor-Goodlander.
And I'm Melanie Oliveri, and we're so glad you're here. This is a space for anyone who's ready to let go of what's holding them back, tap into their true potential, and create a life that feels meaningful and joyful.
Growth does not happen alone. It's about connection, support, and taking steps that feel right for you. Each week, we'll explore ways to shift your mindset, find clarity, and take inspired action toward the life you really want.
If you're ready to feel more confident, clear, and connected to your purpose, this podcast is for you. Let's walk this path together and discover the amazing possibilities waiting for you.
Welcome to Collaborative Growth Coaching, where your next chapter begins.
Good morning, beautiful people. To steal Christine's greeting, this is Christine and Melanie, or I'm Melanie, that's Christine. And we are certified Dream Builder coaches and life mastery consultants with the Brave Thinking Institute. Welcome to the Power of Vision, 3 keys to mastering your results. I'm so happy and grateful to be here with you guys today. We both are.
Okay, so welcome to the Power of Vision, and we want to begin with a short story. You may have heard this before. We're going to see. I want you to judge whether Melanie barks better or I bark better. That's what we want to know. That's what we want to know. So, a mother mouse was leading her 3 children through a house, and all of a sudden, they turn the corner, and the mice see a cat. The cat looks at the mice with hunger in its eyes, and it slowly starts to walk towards the mice, revealing its sharp teeth. Now, the mother mouse, in an effort to protect her children, raises up on her hind legs and then says in a voice as loud as she can, "Ruff, ruff, ruff." And the cat gets scared and runs off. And you heard my dog in the background, because when I bark like a dog, my dog barks. But, and the mother mouse turns to her children and says, "Children, never underestimate the power of learning another language." So we share that story with you to make a point. And the point is we can all learn more than one language. Today, we're going to be exploring the language of success. This language for creating the results you want. And once consciously understood, this language can apply it to all areas of your life that you want to improve. So this system for success that we'll be exploring today has been developed over the past 40 years. And it has been used by tens of thousands of people around the world to create lives that they love living. It's proven, it's reliable, it's repeatable, and it helps you create what matters most to you.
So our intention today is to share with you some powerful tools to improve your results in your life. By the time you leave here, you'll be empowered with 3 tools to help you achieve your goals, greater clarity on your goals and your dreams, and feeling even more confident in your ability to achieve those goals and dreams. So I hope you're up for that. All right, awesome. I'm grateful you're here today.
Wonderful. I hope everyone was able to raise their hand and say, "Yep, I'm in." And if you really, really mean it, you put your hand on your heart and you say, "I'm really in." Because you want to ground that in your psyche. So what we've both learned during many opportunities that we've had to speak before different groups of people and organizations is that our goals and our dreams are often born out of the challenges we face or the pain that we experience.
You see, we live in a universe that speaks to us through 2 growth signs, our longing and our discontent. We experience this feeling of longing when we're desiring something we haven't yet created. And we feel the feeling of discontent when our current circumstances aren't something that we want to be in. Both of these, longing and discontent, are catalysts for growth within us.
So whether it's the pain of a problem or a burning desire for something new, these two energies are essential for creating new results in our lives.
So let us share a little bit about our stories. How did I start on this road? I started on this road being super shy, having no self-confidence and no self-esteem when I was a kid. And that went well into my life. I decided in high school that I wanted to help people. So I went to nursing school straight out of high school. One of my instructors, her nickname was Sergeant Major. And Sergeant Major did not suffer fools gladly. She walked up to me one day. I'm standing outside of the room trying to fight my own lack of self-confidence to just go in and say hello to my patient. Because I can't help if I can't walk in the room. And she walked up, she looked at me, she looked me up and down and went, "I don't know why you thought you ever wanted to be a nurse." And she turned around and walked away. Normally, I would say that wasn't helpful. It kicked me in the butt enough to start me walking in more easily to my patients' rooms. And that started me on the journey to helping people. Chris?
So for me, I'm sorry. So for me, it was a different kind of scenario. How did I discover all of this, and how did I find that all the wonderful things that our friends at the Brave Thinking Institute offered us, and Mary Morrissey, who is just a dynamo, who's been doing this for 40 years and created this amazing system. She, I was a nurse as well, and at that point, I was just not happy with what was going on. I was disillusioned by the medical system. I was just, I was unhappy in what I was doing. It wasn't fulfilling for me anymore. And the longer I stayed doing what I was doing, the more it became this big, big bad insurance company kind of feeling, that I was telling people, you can't have that and you can't have this. Um, but the only joy in that particular job that I had was being able to say, but on the other hand, I can do this for you. And that became very stressful, and it wasn't good. And then they decided they were going to take that piece away from us. So there I was telling people, well, we can't do this, we can't do that, but you got to go home. And I knew there was something more that I wanted to do, something deeper down inside of me that said, you can help people in a better way. I missed spending time with my patients. I missed all of that. And when I found this amazing proven system, it showed me that I could dig deep down and I could find that possibility and the joy in what was, going to be a life for me. So I began on this journey of coaching because good coaches have coaches. And we just moved along in this process, and it brought me to a space where I actually decided to go back to school to be a massage therapist. And I've worked through the years, and I own a wellness center now. So working with this process allows you to have those, what we call dream achieved moments. Big dreams, little dreams, mini dreams along the way. You just keep building and building on this system, and it really, really does help us to do that. So that being said, our promise today, we're going to be sharing with you some principles that are going to help you to transform your longing and discontent into new results. The principles we'll be teaching you come from the program that we're both certified to teach, and it's called the Dream Builder program. And in this program, there's 10 principles that skyrocket you to see your success if you apply them to your life. And today, in the time we have, um, we're grateful to be able to offer you 3 of those principles that you can apply right now to help you create a life you absolutely love. And these three principles are the keys to mastering your results.
So here's our promise to you. We promise that we're going to give you everything we can in the time that we have together. And at the end of this presentation, many of you will want to take this information further and integrate it into your life. So for you, we have a special gift that you're going to love that we'll give you at the end of the presentation. So let's get started.
So there's four domains in which we create results in our lives, and they're health and well-being, love and relationships, vocation, and time and money freedom. So you are having results right now in each of those four areas, and some of the results you love and others not so much. So here's the good news. No matter what the results, no matter how big of a challenge it might feel like to you, and no matter how long an old result has been in place, you have the absolute power to create the exact results that you would love in your life. The results you're getting in these areas of life are a perfect reflection of your awareness in these areas.
So let's expand our awareness together by studying the pattern that creates our results. It's what we call the results formula. The formula begins like this. Thoughts cause feelings. Your thoughts cause your feelings. And you know this. When you think joyful thoughts, you feel happy. When you think scary thoughts, your heart beats faster. Thoughts affect your physiology. By universal law, your feelings are expressed into your actions. When we feel confident, we feel energized. And we take different actions than we would when we're feeling down or frustrated or sad or tired. And we know that our actions contribute to our results. It's simply the law of cause and effect. Follow me here. Your thoughts cause your feelings cause your actions, and your actions cause your results.
So, if you want to know what you've been thinking, take a look at your results, because results never lie.
So, we said we were going to introduce a new language, like mama mouse. Notice what you're noticing. It's kind of like the first thing we introduce and my ultimate favorite. If you want to create new results in your life, then you need to pay attention to your thoughts. That's what notice what you're noticing is. In the same way that you can notice that you feel your feet on the floor and you can notice that how the pen feels in your hand, you can also notice how you are how you are thinking affects how you're feeling.
So, let's take a moment and apply those concepts, the concept of the results formula, and notice what you're noticing in your life. So, if you have a pen and paper, take it out. And if you don't, put us on pause and go grab a pen and some paper. We'll wait. So now that you have that, we're going to do a much more in-depth version. This is going to be shorter than what we do with our clients, but this is going to be kind of a quickie life assessment. So we're inviting you to notice your current results in each area of your life. And on a scale from 1 to 5, how fulfilled are you feeling about those results? 1 being not fulfilled at all, and 5 being completely fulfilled in that area.
So let's start with your health and well-being. On a scale of 1 to 5, how fulfilled are you with your current health results?
So the next one is your love and relationships. So consider the results in that love and relationships domain. And on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being not at all and 5 being wonderful, what are your current relationship results?
The next one is vocation. What are your current results in your vocation domain? That's your creative expression, your career, and how you share your gifts with the world. How happy are you with what's currently going on? Again, 1 low, 5 high.
And the last quadrant is time and money freedom. So let's consider those results in that domain on a scale of 1 to 5. How fulfilled are you with your time and money freedom results? Now remember, this is without judgment. This is just for you. And you want to be honest with yourself about where you feel you sit in all of those 4 quadrants. So now let's take a moment and reflect on your life assessment here.
As you consider each of the domains of your life and you look at your current results, you gave yourself a rating of 1 to 5 for each area. So what is it costing you for these results to remain the same? How long have these results been the same? Pay attention to your thoughts around those results. This isn't a place for that judgment or blame. Your responses are not good or bad. They're not right or wrong. You're simply paying attention to, noticing what you would love more of or less of in your life.
So whatever your results have been up until now, you have the power within you from this moment forward to create the results you would love. And it starts right here, right now, in your mind with your thoughts. Everyone has a dream inside of us somewhere.
So this brings us to the first key to mastering your results. And it's also the number 1 secret of dream building. It is designing your dream. If you would love a different result in your life, you plan for them. If you were going to build a house, you would need a clear blueprint so you knew where everything was going. The same's true of your dreams. Without a clearly defined blueprint, you can't build your dream.
So write this down. Clarity is power. When you become clear on what it is that you really want in life, you begin to see opportunities, resources that you may otherwise have entirely missed. Things seem to appear out of the blue. So let's design the blueprint for your dream and let's make it crystal clear.
Let me ask you, what would you love? Ask yourself, what would I love?
And once again, put us on pause, take a moment, grab that pen, and think about that for a minute. What would I love? And write it down. We'll be here when you come back. So now imagine that you stepped into a time machine. What would you love your life to be 3 years from now? So 3 years from now, everything you wanted completely worked out. You have a vibrant health. You have wonderful relationships with your friends and family. You love your work. You have all the time and money and other resources that are required. What does a life you love look like for you?
So, on a fresh sheet of paper, put us on pause again, and take 30 seconds to capture the ideas that came to you about what you would love in your life. I invite you to start your notes with, I am so happy and grateful now that. Okay, take a deep breath with us. And then allow yourself to write down what comes up.
Congratulations! This is the first key to mastering your results. Knowing what it is that you would love and describing it is the first step in bringing those results to life. And this brings us to our second key for mastering your results, and that is
deciding for your dream. Just like we experience results throughout our day, we also make decisions each moment of our day. In fact, it's been proven that highly successful people are willing to decide for what they love, even in the absence of knowing how to bring it about. Some people want to know every step of the way before deciding. The key is to make a firm decision for what you want before you can bring your dream into reality. That means you get to decide for new results.
so with your life assessment, you now recognize your current results, where you are right now, right? Okay. So after journaling what you would love in your life, you now recognize your dreams and where you want to go, right? Great. So what happens in the middle between the results you now have and the results that you want? Any idea how you're going to bring that dream about? Exactly. We want to suspend the how. That is, we are going to refuse to let the unknown stop us from making a decision to move forward for our dreams.
Are you willing to decide? And that's an important word. Are you willing to decide to do whatever it takes to experience the results you'd love? Hope I got some raised hands there. I hope I got some nods, yes. And that's great. That's the second key for mastering your results.
So the third key point is called befriending your fear. What does that even mean? Making friends with fear? Yes. It means you can have fear, but you don't let fear have you.
When we decide for a dream, like you've done here today, there's a part of you that says, heck yeah, I'm doing this. And then there's another part of us that says, yeah, right, that's not going to happen. What if I fail? That's the voice of fear. It's the part of you that wants things to stay status quo, that wants to keep you what it perceives as safe.
So let me share a little story with you. Learning to walk as a child. Think about this. When we were all babies, we were non-walkers. So as a non-walker, you saw all the people around you walking, and you wanted to have some of that freedom for yourself. So you rose up, locked your eyes on that toy or that cookie that you wanted, and you gave it your best shot, trying to take some steps. And what happened? Yeah, you fell down. But what did you do next? You rose up again, and you tried to take another step. And odds are you fell down again. But when you were learning to walk, did you ever think to yourself, that's it, I'm just going to not be a walker? Of course you didn't. You kept going and going. And with each try, you took a few more steps and a few more until finally you were walking. Something happens when we become adults. We stop giving ourselves permission to fall down. We learn to walk by falling down. Truth is, falling down and getting back up again and again sometimes is actually the key to achieving your dreams. We befriend our fear and we give ourselves permission to fail enough to succeed. Great dream builders rise, are willing to fail, and rise again.
Did you know that Oprah Winfrey was fired by television executives, told that she was not fit for TV? Now she owns her own multi-billion-dollar network.
Steven Spielberg was rejected from USC Film School 3 times, but he rose up and kept going. And we can all probably remember the name of some of his blockbuster movies, and his net worth is estimated to be more than $3 billion.
The founder of Starbucks, Howard Schultz, was told that there was no market for his kind of coffee. His loan application was rejected 242 times. Now there's nearly 30,000 Starbucks around the world, and the company's net worth is $22 billion.
So, the point being is that great success stories also have experienced failure. In fact, the fear of failure, they're both prerequisites for achieving great dreams.
So, how do we give power to the part of us that wants to move forward when we're hearing that voice that wants us to play small? There's a whole process to this that we take our clients through in the Dream Builder program. But for our purposes today, we're going to give you one thing that you can do. Refocus your mind on your dream. And then take an action step. Just thinking about your vision, your dream, even writing it down, it's not going to happen like poof, like magic. You have to do your part, even if it means doing it afraid. Are you willing to befriend your fear and take action anyway to live a life you love? Right here. That's wonderful. It's wonderful to try to take that step forward.
Okay, as we promised you at the beginning of our time together, we do have a gift for you. And then we're going to close with a story that'll wrap this up. But first, let's recap what we've covered. You've learned the 3 principles, the 3 keys to mastering your results, which are 3 of 10 principles in the Dream Builder program that we're both certified to teach.
The first key is designing your dream. The second key is deciding for your dream. And the third key is befriending your fear.
Above all, remember this: you are worthy of your dream and a life you love living. Now, let me just ask you this. Think to yourself, raise your hand, make it real for yourself. Raise your hand if you feel like you're connected with those ideas and know that if you really implemented them, they would make a difference in your life. If you're in, tell yourself, I am really in, and that is awesome.
We're going to close with a story, but first, let us give you a gift. As we promised at the beginning of this presentation, we've got a special gift for those of you who are ready to take action for your dream. We carve out time each week to do strategy sessions. Strategy sessions, a 30-minute phone call or a Zoom conversation where we can get clear on exactly where you are, what you would love to create, and the next most important step that you can take that will move you in the direction of your dream. Now, this one-on-one session, it's valued at $250. Some of you in this room know that you're ready to take that step and ready to invest in achieving your dream. So for you, here's your next step. Some one-on-one time together with us where we can invest in you, your dream, and discover the path on how you can get there. We're offering you strategy sessions completely complimentary at no charge as our gift to you. How many of you are serious about achieving your dream and would like to have a strategy session? Raise your hand.
So, our options are this. We can do an in-person one-on-one. So that's great. So each of us has 3 availabilities for strategy sessions coming up in the next couple of weeks. So what we'd like you to do is reach out to us via email. You can reach out to me at cbgrnlmt@gmail.com, or Melanie.
Or you can reach out to me at Melanie Ray, Ray is RAE, RNLMT @gmail.com.
So what we want you to do is, it's a first come, first serve. So again, those sessions are limited. We each only have 3 that we're available to offer to you in the next couple of weeks. So make sure you hop on that email, send us a note, and just say strategy session or I want to connect. Either one of those 2 things will be fine in that email, and give us your information so that we can reach out to you. The other way you can do this is also on a webinar, which is the easiest way to do that, so that we can see you, have a conversation with you, nice and easy, and make that happen. So either way, let us know, via email how you want to make that happen for yourself. Remember, this is worth $250. Normally we don't give these away, but we are going to do that today and over the next couple days. So today is whatever day you're listening to this.
Yep.
For us, it's Monday, but we want you to reach out to us by the end of September to know that we can schedule you for this strategy session. All right. So make sure you do that to take advantage of that complimentary session.
So we're going to close with a story, and it's a true story about a gentleman by the name of William H. Murray. He is known as one of the top 5 mountain climbers of all time. He didn't start out that way. In fact, he almost let that opportunity slip right by him. A man named Edmund Hillary was putting together a team to summit Mount Everest, something that had not yet ever been done. Hillary invited Murray to join the team, and Murray asked, "How much is this going to cost?" And since he thought it was too much, he declined the invitation. He did the same thing a few years later, letting the cost of the expedition stop him from going. When Hillary asked Murray a 3rd time, Murray asked a different question. What's the deposit? Even though he had no idea where he'd get the rest of the money to finance the trip, he took action to get started. And the rest of it showed up out of the blue. Murray discovered a southern route that allowed the team to summit Mount Everest for the first time.
You have a Mount Everest level dream inside you. And perhaps there's no clear path at this point, but that doesn't mean a path doesn't exist. It just means that you are still growing your awareness to be able to see the things you can do to generate the results you want. And we are honored to be able to support you in learning the keys to master those results. We're going to close this workshop with a famous quote from Murray's book. And he says, "Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one element of truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, namely, that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence shall move into. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents, and all meetings and material assistance, which no one could have dreamt would have come their way."
Goethe is known for saying, "Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it." Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. You have a splendid dream, You wrote it down. You can feel it. You made a decision for it. And to achieve your dream, you get to decide for it again and again. No matter the circumstances, no matter the fear, no matter the failure. So for those of you who are willing to commit to your dream and to commit to yourselves, and who would like support in achieving your dream, if you would love a coach or coaches to help you summit your Everest, reach out to us. Remember, as you walk through the doors out into your life, know that what inside you is far greater than any challenge you're facing. You have incredible power within you. This is your moment. Today is your day to take bold action. Whatever you can do, whatever you can dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic.
And as always, it has been a privilege and an honor to spend this time with you today. And we thank you for that. So keep dwelling in limitless possibilities, and we will see you soon in the next episode.
Bye.